Slouser here, back with another video. And this time, I'm actually going to talk about an experience I've had this week. Last Saturday, Monday, and Wednesday. Last Saturday, I went to a big London tournament, over 120 players. Monday and Wednesday were both my local tournaments. Monday having just over 30 and Wednesday having 25. I don't have that much tournament experience, so I just want to talk about my experience basically. Firstly, tournament nerves. Oh boy. That's the biggest one really. That is actually the biggest thing. I am so different to online to when I'm at the tournaments because the nerves play a massive part. On Saturday, the big one, I swear it felt like there was input delay. That's how bad it was, which is weird because it's offline tournament, but it just felt my hands were a bit stiff. My mind was, I couldn't react or do certain moves what I'm used to doing because, you know, when you're nervous, you just can't think properly. So I didn't do too well. However, I found out the other day that the opponent I did lose to is actually a pretty good player at my locals because they go to one of my locals anyway. And to be fair, the first round we got a DQ, me and Rezanov, because we were standing in the wrong area when they called our names. And then when we did find the right area, it was too late. The first round already started, and yeah, we got a DQ, sadly. Noobs, I know, we're noobs. Tournament pressure, man, it's just a different feeling when you're offline playing in a tournament, because I guess you're playing not to lose, you know, because if you lose, you're out. There is no second life. Well, technically there is actually. There's no third life. You know, once you're out, and that's it. That's why I went on Monday and Wednesday as well. Yeah, my idea was to go to as many tournaments as possible to improve on those nerves, and they did. Monday, I was nervous, but not as bad. And then Wednesday, again, like the nerves aren't gonna go over one day, you know, or over one tournament or two tournaments or three. You have to keep going, and eventually the nerves won't be there as much, or until you get to the higher rounds. It's like driving a car for the first time, you know, when you first drive, you're nervous, you don't know what you're doing, and then the more you keep doing it, the more you keep practicing, the easier it becomes, and that's the same with tournaments. So yeah, when it came to the Wednesday one, that was probably my best performance. At one point I was on stream, and I actually faced an experienced tournament player from the UK. I lost, but it was 2-1. I thought I was going to get like 3 stocked, lose 2-0. But I took the first game. I'm actually proud of that because, again, he's an experienced player versus someone who's still relatively new to the tournament game. But yeah, I'm planning to go as much as I can because, again, as I said, the more I go, the easier it will eventually become. If I have that day off, I'm going. It's as simple as that. Second thing, it was nice to see what the UK scene is, you know, what it's like, what kind of players, or especially the London scene, but most of them, or at least some of them, actually come into London. I mean, if you want to be a competitive pro Smash Bros player, you're gonna have to travel around to these tournaments. Eventually I'm gonna do that as well, so if there's one in Manchester or even Scotland or wherever, you know, eventually I would want to travel there as well, but not right now, again, because I'm still inexperienced. I want to gain that experience before I start going that far. So for now, I'm going to stay in London. Another thing what I think the tournaments will do for me as a player, not only will it improve my nerves, but it will improve my skill. Because you're playing offline, no input delays, no lags, none of that. And you're facing competitive players, because you're playing under pressure as well, because again, the nerves, you have to overcome those nerves, it will naturally just make you even better. It's better to play easily offline than it is to play online. I mean, that's a fact. And especially when you're facing experienced, better players, because obviously most of them will be better than me. I mean, I haven't been playing competitively for too long, while some of these guys have been playing for years. So I've still got a lot to catch up on, but by playing them, it will help me get there quicker. I think with that as well, if I start handling the pressure in an offline tournament, I think online will just become a piece of cake. You know, if I'm going on Elite Smash or an online tournament somewhere, that's just, or like one of my friendly tournaments that I may one day enter, my own Slouser online tournament, try and enter them, it's for free. I won't feel any pressure because it's like, hey, like this is online, it doesn't mean anything, but offline is the big ones, you know. So once I start handling those tournaments, online's gonna be a piece of cake, and that will again make me a better player, because you usually make mistakes when you're nervous, when you're under pressure, when you start mashing buttons or accidentally do a move too early or too late. You know, it usually comes from the nerves. That's the biggest thing I want to gain from going to tournaments. Not just to eventually win one. I mean, that would be amazing, but I'm not counting on that anytime soon. My first goal is to, at least by the end of the year, going with being the best UK Bowser, is I want to try and finish like top 5 in a tournament. At locals, top 5. At the big tournaments, maybe top 10, top 20. I mean, that's a hard ask. But yeah, I'm willing to go for that goal. Training every day, online, offline, training mode, all of it. I'm doing it every day, and like I said, I'm going to go to as many tournaments as possible. Combine all of those 3 things, we will see where I get in the next 9 months. I will give myself one praise. I did better than I thought. Last Saturday, again, I lost quite early and I got a DQ. I lost in losers round 2, but I lost to someone who's actually going quite a lot to the locals, and they actually seeded pretty decently high. On Wednesday they were there, and they were seeded number 4 out of 25. And I lost to them 2-1. On the day, I just thought, maybe he's an average player. I don't know. I didn't know him. But then once I found out, I was like, wow, that's pretty cool, man. Like, I took a game off him while being nervous. And then on Wednesday, as I said, I faced an experienced player, took a game off him. So what I learned was I should give myself a bit more credit. Like, sometimes I feel I'm not good enough, you know. I'm like, I'm still so far behind. There's so much more to learn, which there is. Don't get me wrong, there is a lot to learn. Again, like, maybe I'm around 1,000 hours on this game now, or maybe just under. I don't know exactly, but that's still small. This being my first ever Smash game I'm playing. Well, some players have played since Brawl, since Melee, some even since 64, you know, so I'm really far behind. Yeah, I have to give myself some credit there. And again, this is only the 3rd month in this year. I said my goal is by the end of the year. So that's what I'm looking forward to. I just want to see how I do from this point till the end of the year. How much progression will I have? On both Monday and Wednesday, I made it to losers round 4. Monday, I won round 1, then lost round 2, then won losers round 3, then lost losers round 4. And then on Wednesday, I won round 1, round 2, then I lost round 3, and then the next round I lost again. But again, great experience, and it definitely showed me what else I need to do, what I need to improve on. Character knowledge and being able to handle my nerves. Once I do those both, and of course just keep playing the game with my Bowser to constantly improve him, get faster, better reactions, everything, all of it, then I think I will get to where I need to be. But anyway, guys, that is my experience this week. I can't wait again to see in the next coming months. I'll do an update video in the next 2 months or 3 months. Let's say 3 months. I'll do another tournament experience, and I'll let you know then what has improved. Have I become a better player? Have I got further than losers round 4? Do I still get nervous? Or if I don't, or yeah, I'll let you know. If anyone out there is looking to go to an offline tournament, but you just don't know because you're nervous or because you won't know anyone there, so yeah, not just nervous to play, but nervous because you're the new guy, you know. Trust me, go. 100% go. If you really don't want to go alone, go with a friend. Like, even if they don't play it, maybe they'll just come to support you. But I'm telling you, it's a much, much better experience to go to these tournaments, because again, it will improve you as a player a lot more than just playing online. Like I said, there's no input delay, there's no lag. It's the game, and you're playing in a tournament environment. So if you can, I know, look, you're gonna be nervous at first, but once you overcome those nerves, playing online will be a piece of cake, you know, and you will never be nervous online again, because online will be nothing compared to an offline tournament. I recommend 100% go to one if you are near to one, or if you don't mind traveling. With that all being said, I hope you like this informative tournament experience. Smash the like button and the subscribe button if you haven't already. I would appreciate it. And yes, until next time, have a good day and catch you on the next video. Slouser, outer.